Just a few short years after winning America's independence, George Washington stood on this land and saw something that others didn't. He had a vision of a corridor that would connect the Americans on the eastern seaboard across the mountains with the frontier, so that people and goods could move from place to place, literally build a nation. But he recognized that this would take a huge engineering feat, the country's first infrastructure project. Here at Great Falls, the river was an obstacle. The water dropped through rocks and rapids nearly 80 feet in less than a mile. It would require the creation of a canal with locks so that boats could go up and down next to the rapids of the Potomac River. To build this canal was not simple. The Potomac separates Maryland and Virginia, and the only way to make it work would be to bring together officials and people from both of these states. They didn't necessarily agree, so Washington brought them together by literally inviting them to his home at Mount Vernon. And as the people sat down and ate together and drank together, they found new ways to make progress. At that Mount Vernon Compact, they forged new rules, not just for the construction, but for its operation, for the tolls that would pay for it. In so many ways, Washington set this country and infrastructure on a path that we've followed ever since. The nation went from building canals to railroads, the next great era of infrastructure. Electricity would require not just power plants, but an electrical grid. Telephones would require telephone lines. Cars required roads, highways that would literally span the nation. Airplanes required airports. Each generation has needed to renew Washington's vision. And here we are on the 250th anniversary of this country, and we're doing it again. We're building great infrastructure, data centers, so you can stream a movie, upload a photo, share a document, have a video meeting, or even use the power of AI. In January, we launched our Community First AI Infrastructure Initiative to address the concerns that are on people's minds in local communities where data centers are being built, like the cost of electricity, use of water, jobs, taxes, skills. And like that Mount Vernon Compact forged by Washington, we've sat down with county councils, with planners, with state governments to put in place rules that we pay our fair share and we put the community needs first. As we look to the future, we'll need infrastructure that builds the next generation of opportunity and prosperity that solves practical problems for people. If we're going to build the next generation of prosperity, we're going to need to work together. We're going to need to make great investments. And like George Washington and the Mount Vernon Compact, we too are going to need to put each community first.